Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And Dalton to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Green once again the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Another chance for Dalton. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson out to his left. Oh, he's going to take... That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Patrick Owasor leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Another try after the first down sack. Dalton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Three receivers head out right, one to the left on 2nd and 3.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
Passing, it's Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
But we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it?
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. Bullet good on the extra point. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Kill. Switch.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson forced out to his left. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bengals' 48-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the screen.
Play action. It's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Check 13. Check 13. Check.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, come on, no, come on, no. Go. Hey, check, Mike.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jordan Evans gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
57's Mike. Mike 57. No gain on this defense, no gain. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. And watch that, and watch the boom, boom.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Through one corner, 14-7 our score.
45, 45, Mike, 45. You ain't going nowhere.
On 2nd and a yard, Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Watch the curve.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Hands up, ladies! Hey, we gotta get this stop here, D. Right here. Hey, look, 48. Hey, we don't like the 48.
To throw again. Dalton under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Matt Judon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Dalton. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Man, I got you.
This time, Jackson will throw it. He's going to have the first down past the 20. 15 yards on the play, first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Play action. Now Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Ravens 30.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They go play action with Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The sack by Jordan Willis.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. they don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on second and long. Jackson steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Let's go, D. I'm here all day. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a 1st down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
Yeah, if you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle it and get him on the ground short of the 1st down marker.
There goes Mark Ingram, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Ravens will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And Eifert has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down. Dalton, 1st and 10. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
I'm here all day. Go. Tricky's the mic. Hey, me and you all day.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This fielded at the 2. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 98 yards, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he's got some space here. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Yeah, 5-6.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Dalton. Airing one out for Boyd. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Geno Atkins in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Jackson. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Throwing, Dalton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So Dalton now. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Hey, Haywood. Check 48's the mic. Check 48.
So they are going for it. Now Dalton. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Now Dalton. He's going to rifle one deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, 2 more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 93, 52, 93, 44.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? To the left side here for Eifert. 23 yards, the final tally.
Let's go.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch them all.
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Bullock good on the extra point. Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And the Vikings opening up their lead. They've scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy